Hello everyone, welcome again. This is Jordan Stevens here for another edition of the Book Knowledge Share. Really excited to be here with you again to share another book with you. As usual, please put some comments down in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video as well. Let me know what you're thinking of the video. Let me know what videos you'd like to see in the future. What books would you like me to take a look at? So do that. Take a look at the comments. And don't forget to check out the other Book Knowledge Share video. Now, getting started with this week's book, something that's near and dear to my heart as a manager. This is coaching. The book itself called The Coaching Habit. It's by Michael Stanier, who is a senior consultant at a company called Box of Crayon. And as far as I'm aware, he created this company. So really interesting name for a consultancy. It's not just somebody's name. So I like it. I like that part. Now, the book itself goes over 7 different questions that you can ask when you are coaching a direct report. Now, the idea of coaching is much different than traditional leadership where you just sort of tell people what to do. In this case, you're trying to get them engaged in the process. You're trying to help them figure out the route that they want to take. They'll be much more aligned and they'll be much more willing to do that. Now, for me, I have regular one-on-ones with my direct report. So I'm constantly coaching and asking them questions. This book has given me some other ways to approach those questions and some more processes to use throughout my coaching experiences with my direct reports. So let me dive into the 3-4 things that I got out of this book that I thought were really interesting. The first thing being that all challenges essentially fall into one of 3 buckets. We have our people, we have our projects, and then we also have patterns. So patterns that emerge throughout things. And so when we're coaching for performance, we want to be thinking about those 3 areas that could be challenging. And we want to ask questions around those areas so that we can clarify what those challenges are and come up with mutual agreed solutions. The next thing that I really thought was super interesting, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but it bears being reminded of this. When we say yes to something, we're essentially saying no to something else. So keep that in mind. Anytime that you are committing to doing something for your direct reports, anytime you're committing to doing something for your boss or your family, you have to remember that saying yes to that thing means you're saying no to something else. There's only so much time in the day. We have to remember that as we go forward. And I think finally, one of the big things that I really got out of this book was that a lot of times the first answer we provide to a question isn't always the best. And we have to remember to ask, and what else? Try to dig into that second or third thing. Dan and Chip Heath have a really interesting book that kind of talks about this concept that a lot of times when we're trying to solve a problem, we have an either or. We're either going to do this or we're going to do this. But by adding a third option in there, a lot of times that improves the outcome. And so that's really what that question, and what else, helps us do. It helps us find a third alternative. And so I find that to be really effective when we're trying to solve problems is to come up with an alternative solution. You'll end up with a much better result at the end, and all of that is fantastic. So, Coaching Habit, check it out if you're a manager. If you're not a manager and you're interested in just learning a little bit more about better questions to ask people around you to help them out, go check it out. So, that's it for this week. Again, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And of course, tell your friends. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. And until next week, we'll see you later. This is Jordan signing off.